Matrixx and Rhodes show fans, we are back with another video, and we need to talk about this new trailer that dropped called the American Society of Magical Negroes. Now, I believe this is supposed to be a comedy. David Alan Grier is in this movie, and I do find him to be funny. He's been around for many, many years, but I believe there's a bit of controversy here with this comedy because of a line in this movie. In the trailer, David Alan Grier actually asked another, I guess he's the main lead in the movie, another black character, because they're actually supposed to be like guardian angels for white people, because apparently white people, when they get mad, they're a very, very dangerous threat. So he actually asked the main character, what is the most dangerous animal on the planet? And the answer is white people. Yeah. So let's look at this, guys. American Society of Magical Negroes trailer calls white people most dangerous animal on the planet. You know what? I'm kind of getting a little bit of vibes of that Barack Obama Netflix movie, taking a shot at white people. And I got to do the same thing I actually did in that video. What if it was a American Society of Magical White People, and the question was asked, who is the most dangerous animal on the planet? And the response would be black people. There would be outrage. There would be complete outrage. For one thing, you called a black person an animal, and then you called them the most dangerous animal at that. That would probably get a whole bunch of backlash. Now, I get that it's comedy, but if you flip this around, man, they would actually be calling the movie racist. And we all know it. We all know it, but since it's white people, it's okay. Now, guys, I'm all for comedy. I believe that comedians should be able to make fun of everybody. One thing I loved about George Carlin when he was alive, man, he made fun of everyone, even religion, even Christianity. Now, I'm a Christian, and when George Carlin would actually do stand up and, making jokes about Christians and religion, all that, it was funny. I wasn't offended by it. But you guys know today, the wokes are offended by everything, but only if you're speaking negatively about white people. It's okay. It cannot be one-sided. It says here, Universal's Focus Features has released the first trailer for the upcoming comedy, The American Society of Magical Negroes, which imagines a world where black people are recruited to serve as self-sacrificing guardian angels for whites. Kind of sounds a little bit like slavery in a way. I don't know. Quote, what's the most dangerous animal on the planet? One character asks. White people when they're feeling uncomfortable. He later adds, the happier they are, the safer we are. Talking about black people are more safer when white people are more happier. It's a comedy, but this is straight out the woke playbook, if you ask me, because the wokes are going to say, man, white people are the biggest threat. Now, Joe Biden said that white supremacy is the biggest threat to this country, even though we have seen a whole bunch of woke supremacy being the biggest threat to this country. Wokeness is a much, much bigger threat to our country and culture than white supremacy. That's just a fact, man. It's just a fact. The movie, which opens in cinemas March 22nd, stars Justin Smith as young Los Angeles hipster who gets recruited into a secret society of magical black people whose jobs are to make life easier for white people. He gets assigned to a young white man, but trouble arises when they fall for the same hipster chick. It's actually another white girl, if you actually look at the trailer. And it definitely does seem like Justin Smith's character and the white woman may end up having a thing. I don't know. David Alan Grier co-stars as a leading member of said society. So, what do you guys think of this? Do you think it's fair that this movie is allowed to actually take a shot at white people for comedy purposes, but if it was the other way around, it would not be accepted as comedic? It would be considered racism. And we all know that. I wish comedy was actually more fair. I really do. I remember Eddie Murphy back in the 1980s, man. Delirious. I love Delirious, man. That stand-up is so funny. I know a lot of people talk about Raw, but to me, Delirious was better than Raw. Because Eddie Murphy, man, some of the jokes he actually said in that stand-up routine, he would be called homophobic today. Because he was talking about the alphabet people, and he was talking about what if Mr. T was gay, all this other stuff. That stand-up routine is super funny. Super funny, but there is no way today he would be allowed to actually make comedy like that. Even though he was actually making fun of everybody. He was making fun of everybody. Even in Beverly Hills Cop, remember he was actually looking for Victor Maitland. I mean, the main bad guy in the movie. And Victor Maitland was actually at the buffet, and Eddie Murphy walks in. And, of course, he's not a member. So he starts acting like a gay man that has a certain sexually transmitted disease. And he starts acting all very, very femme and all that. Talking about he has a certain STD or something. And he tricks his way in because of that. That would not be allowed today. Because comedy is truly, truly dead. But when it comes to the race angle, man, it's only one-sided. You're only allowed to make fun of white people. Everybody else is off limits. Or else you're going to be considered racist. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Matrixx and Rhodes show fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.